Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So this is going to be the first of many videos on my bug out truck with the Diamondback cover. As you can see, old 1,600 pounds, built, rock solid. Now, you've already seen the Diamondback cover. I've done an extensive review on that. So we're going to go a bit more in depth into what's underneath the Diamondback cover. And in this first installment, we're going to be talking about extra fuel. Having extra fuel to go that extra mile is of utmost importance, especially with a vehicle like this, where it takes a lot of gas to get around. It's a V6, so it's not too bad. It's not the worst, but it certainly ain't the best. So today we're going to be checking out some gas cans that are made by a company called Scepter. And they are military grade. Scepter makes these gas cans for NATO military. So they're built tough, they're built rock solid, and they're built right here in Canada. So let's take a look.
Alright, so my vehicle surplus fuel system currently consists of four main things. One of them is what I'm going to talk about primarily today, and that's the Scepter military grade gasoline canisters. I have the Flo and Go siphoning system. I have a fuel filter and some fuel stabilizer. At some point down the road, I might look into a larger gasoline reservoir which is permanently affixed to the truck bed itself. One of those ones that can carry between 50 and 100 gallons. But currently I'm just going for portability. Right now I have the capacity to have an extra half of a tank of gas. I would like to get that up to a full tank without taking up too much space in the truck bed. The size of the gas tank on my Tacoma is about 80 liters, so 4 of these Scepter fuel canisters would do the job. This extra fuel that I have now will buy me an extra 300 to 400 kilometers, depending on how conservatively I drive. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking that metal gas cans are better than plastic gas cans, and in a lot of cases they are. However, not if they're these mil-spec gas cans, which are made for the Canadian and United States military. These are far more durable, far more thick-walled than your regular run-of-the-mill civilian gas can. They're flat-sided and rectangular in shape. They will burn in a fire, but they're not going to explode like the metal canisters. That's part of the reason why these are preferred by the military. The 3 different handles make for a variety of different carrying configurations. It allows for you to carry 2 in each hand. The only downside to this system is that the spout is not integrated into the gas canister itself, so you have to carry it separately. So the size of it is perfectly suited to your standard vehicle brackets for these types of gas canisters. I just have it strapped to the truck with a bungee. This is something I'm also going to improve on. However, they are a little disproportionately expensive, so I'm slowly saving up for these things. As you can see here on the spout, there's also inside threads, so that's going to accept adapters for other stoves and heaters. There's an air chamber on top, so it's going to make this floatable. So if you had this in a boat and it went overboard, it's going to float and you're going to be able to retrieve it. Like I said before, there's all manner of spouts and adapters that you can attach to these things. The cap is very well threaded. It's very easy to open in any type of condition. Now the weight of these is about 5.8 pounds, and they're your standard dimensions for a 20-gallon gas canister like this. It's going to be 18.5 inches by 6.5 inches by 14 inches. Once again, these are leak proof, they're rugged, they're safe, they're dependable, they're going to last forever. And I think that Scepter has actually sold almost 1 million of these gas canisters to the Canadian Armed Forces and the American Armed Forces. So it's a very popular fuel canister. They also make different variants for diesel, kerosene, and even water.
Now these gas cans, built rock solid, mil-spec, Scepter, made in Canada, much different than these pieces of crap. Something like this contracts with the temperature change, and when there's gasoline in it. Don't have to worry about that with these, because they're just so damn heavy duty. Now I don't actually have they have a lot of accessories that they make. I don't have a nozzle for this yet, so I just use a siphon hose to get it into the tank. But this thing is built tough, man. And what I like about not having a fixed extra fuel tank, at least not right now, is the portability factor. So if I needed to carry this to go and get fuel, or if I needed to help somebody else out, or they needed fuel, they needed to take this, it can be used like that, as opposed to something which is fixed to my truck bed that might have a much higher capacity. But with these, I also like the fact that they fit perfectly in here with this unused space, and it's flushed with the wheel well cover. So it's space I otherwise probably wouldn't use in the truck bed anyways. So you can see there, it's pretty flush with that wheel well cover, and space that I wouldn't actually probably use. So you know what, it works really well for that. It's a little bit wide, but and unfortunately, because of the Diamondback cover, I can't close it because the Diamondback needs to use the rail system. So they have to lay down flat, which is fine by me because, like I said, I'm able to utilize that space. Now behind that, in case you're wondering, in the Tacoma, there is a storage compartment on this side. It's not waterproof, so just put some tie downs in there. And on the other side, there is another storage spot, and there is a 400 watt AC output for your power tools. Pretty cool. So my goal is to have about 4 of these. They run about 70 bucks, I believe. You can get them on sale. I got these ones at a discounted rate. They were 60 bucks. I actually think they retail for about $80. But they are definitely built way stronger than any of these other gas canisters like this. These are great for, you know, storing fuel in the garage or something like that, where the temperature might not change as much. But in the truck bed, I want something that's more durable, especially in an off-road type truck like this, where you're going to be going over lots of bumps. See how thick that wall is? It's as easy as that. It's not as fast as I would like, but it's not bad either. Saves you from having to lift the whole thing in. Something like this would be useful for a person with mobility issues. Mind you, you would still have to get it to a higher level so that the siphon will work. So using the Flo and Go is pretty easy. You just go like that. That allows you to engage it. Not a crazy flow rate, but if you want to go a little faster, you can pump it. Definitely would be a helpful little tool if you ever had to go Mad Max, Road Warrior. See there, it's not a bad flow rate. Not the greatest either. Gasoline.
Check out the Canadian Preppers Network blog, an excellent resource for survivalists and preppers.